display thing is showing all your sensors. You should be seeing the power move, the cadence move, and the heart rate move.
Is there a keyboard shortcut to get to the chat window?
M? Oh, I should join the Zoom room. I'm wearing the Saris, or not Saris, I'm wearing the No Pins onesie today. I know, right? I bought it. This would be the first time I've used it this year. That'd be hilarious.
I can't ride with the shirt on. Like, I can't do the top.
Well, this is barely a top.
Oh, is this the indoor specific one then?
Yeah, it is. If it had a place for my phone, I would wear it to our group ride in the summer, and it would be hilarious.
As long as you don't have to stop at the gas stations. Like on hot days, I do wear the mesh shorts, but only for like short rides where I don't have to do pit stops.
You got too much shame. Too much shame. I'll be right back.
So yesterday, the Canadian team, we did a practice run during the Tour de Zwift because they're doing the World's course.
Yeah.
It wasn't overly useful though, because like after the first KOM, the only people left in the front group was the four of us.
Oh, I'm surprised there wasn't like a Z-Power there.
No.
Yeah, fucking Miguel from Cuba on his Z-Power machine.
Yeah.
The times on that KOM really vary wildly depending on draft and the group you're in.
Well, if you have a group leading you into it, it's like 10 seconds faster. Yeah.
We've been comparing times on various Discords, and you know, watt per kilogram average and your time are not necessarily related.
Yeah. I think it will be like 230 or like high 230s, low 240s for the first two laps, and then the last lap will be under 230, I think.
Yeah, I believe that. That restart ride we did that one time, like several weeks ago.
Yeah.
That Andre Pierre Cody or whatever won. I mean, he did like 245, I thought, the last lap or something. Maybe it was 250. I don't remember. 240, 250, 3 minutes. I mean, but he averaged over 600 for the entire climb.
Yeah.
And guys in these Zwift races are doing 245 at way less, you know? So like solo versus group is just bananas different. No slamming doors!
Okay, Kevin.
Fine. I'm gonna slam the door if I want to slam the door.
How you go to the ER with a little child in the middle of a Saturday.
Squishing a finger?
Yeah.
Oh, I almost had the wrong power meter paired. That would have been a cheat.
Well, my customary 50-watt warm-up, my numbers are looking identical between the two. I think it's fixed with that factory reset, whatever, big spin down. But man, after that one Zerg workout I did, totally got borked. Did the spin down, now it's working again. There's something weird about this kicker calibration.
I am under the superstitious belief that if you backpedal while it's while it's coasting, it will inflate your numbers more.
Oh.
But there's no scientific evidence there. That's just my...
Right. Well, theoretically, if it's trying to calculate a coast, and you're taking... Wait.
No.
That would seem like that would go the wrong way.
No.
Because then you'd be making it easier than it is. If your free hub buddy's not working properly.
The power measurement.
Because like I guess when you freewheel, it's measuring how fast it takes to decelerate, which in turn calculates the amount of resistance in the system, right?
Right, and if your free hub is not super smooth or adds 1 or 2% to the friction, it's like doing that stupid trick we saw of people in those videos where they were putting a towel on the roller on the spin down, so that it was adding lots. Yeah, exactly. Maybe the free hub does that.
Okay, so then me backpedaling is doing the opposite of what I want then.
Well, no, not necessarily, because if the free hub has extra friction, you're actually braking it, right? If you pedal forward, you push it forward. If you pedal backwards, you're fighting against the free hub. Theoretically, it should be nothing because it's not engaged, but you can hear the noise. Something is rubbing, right?
So put a whole bunch of putty in your free hub instead of lubricant.
Yeah, and pedal backwards before the final climb. Yeah, just survive to the final climb. Right before you get to the final climb, do a 5-second backwards pedal, surge, reset that kicker.
You gotta charge your laser.
5 times to victory. Yeah, charge it up.
Superman.
It's like a kid when you back up to run faster. You gotta charge things up.
And then you can start your watt minute argument with Bjorn. Saying 1600 watts for a minute is the same as doing 400 for 4 minutes, and you've clearly shown that you have the capacity for that. So
it's simple.
That checks out. Totally normal.
Yeah, I never thought of that argument. 1600 for 1 is equivalent to 400 for 4.
Right, so you should be able to do that.
Exactly.
So
45 seconds. Remember, Dean soft sprint here.
I'm gonna go ahead.
I was gonna say it looks like it goes uphill to start, so it's gonna be on the gas for a while here, I think.
Wait. The start's gonna be unnecessarily hard?
Shocker.
No one told me.
I mean, what's necessary, really? It's all
15.
relative.
What is hard? It's gonna be easy for Roka.
It's like somebody coming to the start of a cyclocross race and being like, "Hey guys, how about we just take it easy to the whole shot?"
All right.
Ben Thomas is winning.
Oh.
He's in the lead. Someone do something.
Hey, go on, winning.
Nice.
Oh, good. My heart rate monitor's not working.
Don't worry. We all know you cheat.
Mike, you got to do something about the profiles on RGTVB.
Made it look really bad, didn't it?
I was terrified. now that I see this, I'm like, maybe I'll make it. When I was looking at that, I was like, no, there's no fucking way.
Someone is drilling it.
Yeah.
Probably Ben Thomas's power meter stuck at 480. See, the big thing that you'll notice is that you'll get your draft kind of stuck on a guy, and you can't pass him unless you do a bunch more. Or like if you go through the front, or you start drifting to the front, you hit the front, and you come to a stop. You need to really hit it to go past.
My guy just dropped like 6k an hour.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. It won't let you through unless you do a lot more usually.
Well, and on the other side, if you coast coming to the back, you don't coast in.
No, you go off the back.
No, you can drift to the back and stay on the back.
Okay, what's happening off the front?
You got a person up there, right?
It's okay.
Yeah.
I think Jaden covered it.
Yeah,
It's all
he did.
showing up. I mean, it's still together.
All right, there's a small climb coming up.
Oh, I see down the bottom it's a little bit red.
Yeah, if the line's red, that means that you're wasting lots.
Oh yeah, I can. No, I mean
Your
like
power
on
number, yeah.
No, the graph down the bottom has a little red bit for the hill.
Yep. Oh yeah. All right, here's the
Sign,
pump. Just stay on it.
sign tells us, I don't know. The grade signs are funny. I really wonder how they determine those.
Those grade signs are out there in real life.
There are some OpenStreetMap integrations they could do that would be pretty cool. And like not hard.
All right.
Did you see, so yesterday in the evening session, they had the results. The guy who won he completed it in 0 seconds.
I saw that.
And
No, you know what?
my
I
fault.
was in the morning session that did that too.
Yeah,
so they didn't, this guy, L. Arn, they
that's
didn't
my fault.
nobody, yeah, but they should have been able to look at it and see that it was wrong.
Well,
Instead, they
yeah.
tried to bring him on and interview him.
Oh,
You
no.
see the kid, he was like the guy clearly didn't win. But he was like, oh, I won! I was like, oh my god. Oh, he totally thought he actually won. And it was that he just didn't realize, I didn't know it was going to be like this.
Yeah,
But
they
it
changed
was-
something in their
no, he didn't.
API.
No, like there was one rider that was at 0 in the early
Yeah.
race too.
It was just something from the auto generation or whatever.
Yeah.
And they should have been able to look at it and said, oh, nobody finished the course in 0 seconds.
Not even Roka's that strong.
So I kind of let it play out a little bit, and then I just sent a chat saying, hey, you should check the results. Then some guy came in and said, no chatting, please. On the Kansas chat. I'm like, okay, whoever you are, trying to be helpful. You do you.
All right. A little up and over, so push over the top.
I forgot to start my duel until 6 minutes.
Cheater.
You're just. Well, I'm sending a message to Bjorn. This is a pattern of cheating.
You got people like this racing your league.
This guy. It says restart, but I think he's racing like a Wheeze guy.
Oh. All right, little kicker here.
So, did Swift talk to you, Dean, about a playlist? Because all the other Premier League teams are getting playlists.
I didn't bother my ass because everything we do for them, they never use it. Can't tell you how much hours I waste on stuff that's pointless.
Yeah, between you and Mike, I don't know who's wasted more time. RGTDB versus the Restart Premier League.
Oh, definitely Mike.
I agree. All right, stay on here, guys.
Oh. It's not good.
Yeah, I got the bad feels.
Yeah, I don't know how much I want to follow and blow myself up or sit on. And
We'll know in about 6 minutes.
oh,
Who's that covering?
Me.
Kevin. All right.
yeah, how long is the climb? Like the steep bit?
5-ish minutes.
It'll be about 5 minutes.
Okay.
A little less.
So any way to see a time gap to that move?
There, it got brought back.
COVID sounds like it's going great, Kevin.
I was negative for COVID last week, although I had direct patient contact with 2 people who tested positive for COVID last week.
Hey.
Oh, great.
It's fine. I done a 1 minute PB. 1 minute PB with COVID.
There you go. The performance manager. You should tell Greg Van Amrod that.
What does
Then
it
I done
mean?
2 hours PB with COVID.
Tubal's race 1 with COVID.
Yeah,
Right,
he complained about it.
That guy. Anyway,
That guy.
for the last half of that race yesterday, I opened the window all the way. It was like 5 degrees yesterday, and I just burned my lungs a little bit with the cold air.
Everybody's getting a little nervous here.
Is Kunde? Is he strong?
No,
No.
Okay, because I dropped him. He was on my wheel and
he's always been nice, but word on the street is that he never actually earned his Cat 2 or Cat 1 upgrade. He's really friendly, he loves bike racing, he's really engaged, but he's not great.
Who's posting up?
yeah.
I've got some free time.
How'd you do that?
He types
Slash win.
Oh, slash command. Whoa.
Yeah, man. All right, we're going up. This is the long drag. We gotta stay up here. All right.
There's the
What
roller.
we see, yeah, what we see up here is the climb. Oh.
Oh, this shit's weird.
Now stay on it, you'll catch. I won't though. It's too fast. Oh, don't. Not on my wheel. Sorry, Dave.
Oh,
God
in
damn.
yard sale. Oh shit.
Jeez. That was pretty awful.
You guys went hard.
There goes Roka.
I'm gonna try to sweep people up here.
Cool.
Dean, are you in the front?
Nah,
Ian and I
man.
are,
Oh, okay.
we're in.
I was at 7, and the gap was just growing.
Yeah. Yeah, me too, man. Well, stay on it.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep riding. Not insane, but
Yeah, right now it's just the pack that's kind of doing its, coasty thing, but I think it's going to set up here in a sec.
you guys have got a half K on us.
Yeah, it's all downhill though. On the flat, it's probably 250 meters.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dave, let's just get a workout regardless.
Yeah, no, totally.
Oh, yeah.
You know what they say? Results are forever. Workout fitness is temporary.
Oh no. I've had it backwards all this time.
They don't say that on any e-racing platform.
Yeah, we've got a group of 5 now.
That's actually pretty good.
You guys want me to set tempo?
Ollie, do nothing.
Alright.
Sit in for the finish.
Where's Will Harden on the GC?
In the overall series, he's up in the top 5, I think. At least top 10. I don't know where he did on the TT.
Attack, the long range one, but no one's going to want to do anything now. He sees the day. If anyone who wants the bridge, we'll just pull everybody with it. So it's either work or play it out. I think Above and Beyond's got 4 guys here. I bet you they'll do more work. You just got to watch if they try to bridge.
Yeah.
Okay,
Ollie,
yeah,
I would
hard.
cover stuff if it's convenient, but you gotta stick your legs.
He's
So
quite
those
far
legs
down.
are fine.
Ben
But
Thomas is
Jaden
alone.
Kevin for the long bounce.
In a few kilometers, we're going to be going southeast, changing direction, so watch out for the wind. Could be echelons.
I wish.
I don't wish.
That would be the next thing for Zwift or RGT.
You think so?
Yeah, why not? Make it
I
more
don't think
gamey.
Zwift's going to do anything to make it harder.
No, of course not.
people.
Zwift's not going to do that, but RG could.
They'll make-
RGT could.
Yeah.
You know,
Alright,
change
Dean
the
and Dave.
dynamic so everyone's draft is left, or the draft is really, really close to the rider in front of you and doesn't go very far behind
Yeah.
you. So you really have to stay tight on a wheel. But overall, everyone's kind of working more anyways. And there is the bridge.
Let's not chase. Let's. So Ben Thomas is alone here. Let's see if he does anything to try to defend against ABC.
Yeah. Doubt he will. I don't know. We're in between. This could go or this could come back. It could be a total waste or it could be the race.
Did anybody see the name of the ABC rider that went?
Samuel.
Travis Samuel. He's reasonably
Yeah.
high up in the GC.
I mean, we can still see them both.
Yeah.
There we go. Is that Thomas pulling?
No. Thomas is in the blue. The light blue kit.
I thought it was in a black RGT.
Roca.
Oh, it's Roca.
Okay, you're good, Kevin. You have a gap.
Yeah, I'm not on the wheels yet, though.
I can see Dean's group in the distance.
Okay, I'm in.
Just call him out in chat. I like it.
Yeah, do right.
That came back fast. Did Ben do that?
Yeah. Well, some of it. Also, some of it was Hodges.
There'll be a counter here. Should have someone covered.
Oh man, you guys are going fast ahead.
I don't know.
Guy was still in sixes, now wants to sit up, so fuck him.
Just set your power meter to 480.
My watt is stuck at 400.
Why won't it go higher?
That was wonderful. Man, that was a good.
That was a nice bend.
Probably a T in a road in real life. There was some real goofy shit on these Magic Roads last year. My favorite was somebody that had a roundabout. Had a roundabout in your course, and the avatars actually did a little loop. But it was like a pirouette. It was like in one place.
Nice.
That's funny.
That's how Americans do a roundabout. They don't know how to do them.
Yeah. I get out of the car.
It's more of a skateboarding trick than a traffic maneuver.
Keep going.
How is this Kellerton guy holding us off? This is ridiculous. Guys right now want 3 watts per kilo or solo, and I'm just taking pulls at 4.
I'm just sitting on it. A sweet spot effort. Doesn't seem like he's working that hard.
He's not, so why are they not catching?
Wish you could see this like raw water.
Rope is
Like
gone.
the rope-a-dope effort is worse here. Like you slow down more than you do in real life.
Hodges is just stuck. He can't get to Roka.
Yeah, Roka's gonna do what, 500 watts for the rest of the race?
Something like that.
I don't know.
Yeah,
This is-
hour.
this is
Hodges tried to go across, can't.
This is a good course for Roka though, because it's mainly downhill.
Yeah, he's getting out of sight.
You think he's gonna hold it for an hour?
I mean,
Yes.
he wins these crits by leading for the last minute. Why not do it for the last 2 hours?
Are we gonna get watt minutes into this?
Yeah, how many watt minutes can he do?
Well, we're now up to the watt hour.
The watt hour.
Can you do a kilowatt hour?
Yeah. I mean, this is his play. He gotta know that he's not gonna have a good chance of it on that climb. So,
How many ABC guys do you have up there?
4.
Oh, wait for them to do something. If Oosborne hasn't chased yet, they're gonna do something.
yeah.
Like, what's his gap?
I don't know. Well, we can see him, but barely.
So, 300 meters?
About 100 yards, 100 meters.
Oh. Yeah.
There's
good.
48K to go. 3 climbs.
Right.
Some rollers. 1, 2, 3.
What do you guys taught Kellison?
Yeah, Dave
Yeah,
just attacked him.
I got tired of sitting with those fools.
I think there's one thing that we've got used to on Zwift is like all the gaps closing so quickly.
Sorry, Dean. I was either riding or sitting on, and
I don't mind.
I'd rather ride.
Yes, I feel like I am riding, but I'm just going nowhere. I'm like barely on the front.
Yeah.
It is work on figuring out the draft. Honestly.
That's what I'm trying to do. Like, because I'm at
Yeah.
3.84 the whole time. I'm like they're riding away from me all the time.
Make sure you're not like last wheel. And then watch that drafting window and the savings.
The other thing here is that, Roka's competitor tomorrow in the crit. The more energy he expends today, the more dampened he'll be tomorrow. So,
Yeah, let him linger.
let him linger. And even if he does win, he's gonna be tired. I mean, to pull this off, I have
He
to see what his
deserves
fitness is. Yeah, he deserves it, and then also tomorrow he's going to be tired.
Yeah, he's still in his first 5 or 10 minutes. He's nowhere near tired yet. Even if you give him 500 meters, he'll get tired on that second to last climb.
Yes.
So Dean, the big difference with this is that we all have the same drag characteristics. So bigger guys
Do better, yep.
can sit on the front and not pay anywhere near the penalty. Ooh, that's a steep little thing. I have to think they're going to fix that.
With the steepness?
The difference in drag or wind resistance.
Oh, what is this steep? Oh my god.
Like, that was just fucking stupid what happened then.
Yeah, well, that's the course. Like, they're not doing themselves any favors by not cleaning up the courses more.
I mean, there's courses outside where you hit a big kick in the balls,
That's
you
true.
know? I think people on esports forget what it's like to ride outside on a really course.
I just peeked the front and Roku's doing like 2.5.
That's 300 watts.
That's 3,000 watts.
So we could all go to my whoosh and race there.
I mean, they are one of the sponsors of UAE, Team Emirates. Tour de France champions, so they must be pretty good.
Osborne is on Tenerife right now training.
Really?
Yeah.
Did I just see
Guy-
Kevin's name written on the road?
It continues.
Yeah, you probably did, Dean.
The Osborne, this guy is probably doping. Pattern of behavior continues. We need Dick to get on this.
Yeah.
Wait, why is Usborne here then if he's in Tenerife?
No.
I've done a stage race on Tenerife. It's amazing, but there's no anti-doping there. It's an island off the coast of Africa.
I think we're talking about the world champion.
Yeah, Osborne, not Usborne. Osborne.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we got two guys trying to bridge. They're really going for it. He definitely missed that. We send someone across or just let it be?
Oh, cover and kill?
I don't know. Depends what kind of race Jaden wants to make it. I'd say, Jaden, you go up to those guys if you feel like it.
Yeah, if you can get a break and go up there. Oh, that'd be amazing. but they may not let him go.
Right.
Above and beyond is pulling.
I don't know why, because they just sent a guy up.
I don't think they have a guy.
Oh no, never mind. It's a different jersey.
Broca, Ridinor, and David. Is this Hodges going to the front to kill it for no reason?
Yes.
Yes. Well, if he covers it, and then he can get himself dropped from the next movie cover. Good technique. This guy's got it.
Larry. Dean, we're coming to get you. You and Lister. Lister is my enemy. So.
I'm just right in here. Yeah.
Yeah, no, to
That's
be
fine.
honest, that attack I put in was to drop Lister. I wanted him to go back to your group, Mike.
Oh no.
I want to give you a chance to beat him.
Okay, Thomas is putting in work now.
This one is hard. My gosh.
I'm in a group of 4 now that is very likely all 3 of them are going to get away from me on a climb, but we'll see. So yeah, Dean, last winter I wrote a little program to help smooth these roads out, and the main thing I put in was the ability to add a splines curve where you'd add a bunch of control points along a smooth curve wherever there was a sharp bend. And it works in both vertical and horizontal coordinate systems, so you can smooth elevation and corners. And it works pretty good. It makes the courses much more kind of race line feeling.
It's definitely better than I remember it.
Yeah.
Well, we didn't run this course through the app, so some of the abrupt changes in slope, they just need more control points.
Like when the group went there, I came right up into the group really fast, came to a complete stop, and
Yeah.
everyone just rolled away, and then there was a gap. It's like, that's nothing to do with reality, that's just stupid.
Yeah, that's the auto braking thing.
In real life,
Which,
I came into the bottom of that going hard, and I think most of the guys did, and that's pretty true to life. Like, if you see you're just not used to the changes in slope and how they're going to affect resistance and people moving.
yeah, it's definitely not one-to-one real life. But there is, there's a game to be learned there.
Zwift's its own thing, this is its own thing, and then in real life it's its own thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
Well, like in Zwift, I'll often punch to the front of the group at the bottom of a climb, and here that you can't do that. You have to play it different, because punching to the front of the group is a huge effort.
Down!
Alright.
I did almost 600 that whole thing. I almost got dropped. I got pushed out to the side the whole time? You didn't have a draft?
Yeah.
Damn.
ADC's going. Hodge is going.
This Lister guy, seriously.
Yeah, man.
He's a weirdo.
Yep.
Like I said, take him back to Mike and let Mike beat him.
Yes.
He's trying to ride me off the wheel at like 5.5, 6. So I just done 7 and dropped him. I've let him back across, I'm going to do it again.
So this is what you would call playing with your food?
Yeah. He's a chocolate.
I don't know what to do up here in 20 through 23rd. These guys are just kind of twiddling their thumbs when they're not riding, and then they're just attacking the hills. I know if I jump away, they'll bring me back. So, kind of nothing in it.
Who's the rider off the front for ABC? Do we know?
Samuel.
Okay. Same guy.
Samuel and Hodges.
I feel bad for Samuel because he's the one I beat out for the Canadian qualifying. And I only beat him because I'm a better sprinter. He's a much better climber.
Hodges is on the USA team.
Is he?
For some unknown reason, yes.
Yeah, he's an honorary entry.
Leaving guys like Gardner and Talbot and Levinson off. They put a sprinter on. Doesn't make any sense.
Just in
I
case.
mean, Hodges is a great sprinter, but that's not a sprinter for us. I'm here.
Like, even I done Hodges on the climb last night. He's not going to be much good in the world.
Nope. It's almost like the people who made the selection don't understand anything.
And people that would make a Fondo course for nationals.
Don't know when this guy busted his ass to come across here, mate.
No. I'm waiting for these little climbs I'm going to try to get up there.
Oh, one of the guys in my group had a dropout.
Stay with it, Dean. I'm dead. Shit.
So what's our thoughts, the final valley?
I bet you there'll be people that want to attack, so we should probably just alternate covering.
Okay.
And either, if we feel good, go for it, but we should send someone in each one.
I think I should cover first, because the first one's unlikely to go anywhere.
Yeah. Still have 2 pretty good climbs left.
I killed myself to get up here.
If I had a guess, Ben Thomas, Usborne's team, and Project Echelon, and Roca are all going to be covering, attacking. Everything's going to die. But at the same time, we don't want all of them to go up. We have no one in there, and then we're dead in the water. So we just got to make sure, you know, we're in it, but I don't think we need to make it happen. Let them make it happen.
Yeah, just remember, Ben is isolated.
Yeah. Or, you know, I mean, the Jaden, I do 500 for 10 minutes to finish the bike race is a good move. It is. It's a good move. As long as I give them...
That's a once a weekend thing.
Yeah.
Man,
only got
Jaden,
one
your
bullet.
mic is so good now. I can understand what you're
Yeah.
saying. Good use of team budget.
They should let me pay for it. Oh.
This is going to probably come down to a 5-minute power test with a 1-minute effort at the end.
I mean, based on the profile, you knew that.
Yeah. Well, that's your bird one. Doing
That
that,
was a
but
10-minute car test.
yeah,
Right?
for
What
him.
happened to that guy?
Didn't Oliver get 2nd or 3rd in that race?
I can't remember. Was
You were up there.
Charlie Bellas racing for us that time?
No.
I got dropped.
Dude, this Pete Callison guy.
Oh,
What
stay
the
on
hell?
it, Dean. I got dropped. I'm gone. Wasn't paying attention.
Listener got you.
Got me.
Someone throw a pump in his spokes.
So, that Siebel and Blazevich guy that we were with, Gene,
Yeah.
they both got themselves dropped. And I'm up here with this B. Kellison guy who he just jumped back to me. Like, didn't even look like he was working. I don't know what's up.
Yeah, looks sketchy to me, that guy.
Yeah, it was weird. But we're 20th and 21st, a kilometer behind the front group. Good times.
Oh my gosh, it's so boring.
Welcome to road racing, man.
These guys are working. Oh, darn. Oh, well.
I always complain I'm bored till I'm not.
Look at that Milham guy go. My God.
Yeah, he just rolled off.
Dean, which group are you in? What's the place at the front?
25th.
Yeah, we've got a group of 2 in 20 and 21. Another group of 2, 22, 23. 24 is in no man's land. 25 is, I don't know how many are in that group.
3, 4.
Three of us.
And I'm
Wow, it's really spread out.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
Jaden going.
Just playing around.
That's okay.
Seeing what people want to do. And they got a reaction. Whole field wins.
They know who to be afraid of.
Yeah.
Why is that Milham's guy? His numbers are going red at like 4.1.
he has
Yes.
his FD set wrong.
Yeah.
Go find your mother, bud. I can't help you right now.
Well, that went from like 30 meters to 250 really quick.
Yeah.
Got Eric Hill doing a big effort.
Yep. I set up. Kind of sit on the front and try to kill it. Oh wait. That's somebody else up there now. God damn it.
It's Eric Hill. And
Eric
Travis.
and some other dude.
Samuel's coming.
Oh.
I'm not
No,
doing any
what's that?
work.
if this Kellison guy had such an easy time getting to me, why the fuck he doesn't get on the front ice? Beyond me. He's gonna just drop me on a hill.
Just waiting to drop you. Gav Ash guy.
It's a good gap. It's going way out. Got a climb coming up though, but we're doing nothing here.
Oh, my TSS is maxed out at 100. I'm done.
How many watt minutes is that?
Oh yeah, you hit 100 and it stops.
I know. They must not have licensed every number over 100.
Nice.
I'm at 99.
It will go to 100 and stop.
I didn't even know they had where they track TSS.
They just added it.
Oh, there it is.
I'm surprised they're calling it that.
Yeah, they have a licensing agreement, evidently.
Wow. How did they do that?
I have no idea.
I don't think it's actually that expensive. People just don't do it. And the Golden Cheetah guys made such a big hairy deal out of it.
I love the Golden Cheetah guy. He's such a stickler. He absolutely fucking hates Mr. Cogan.
Oh yeah.
Good.
Lord Cogan.
Lord Cogan. At least it's not real.
Yeah.
King of the Threads.
Real's son commented on one of my cycling blog posts, like, thanks for calling out my dad's book.
It's paying for my college.
I'm starting to lose the will to live here. Only 24K to go.
Dave, remember when we were in such good shape that we did like 250 TSS at Unbound and then rode for another 150 miles?
Barely remember it, dude. The comparison between that kind of event and childbirth is really not that far off. You block that shit out and then decide to do it again.
Oh no, I blame Kevin for this.
Yeah. Dave, are you doing it again this year?
No. I'm gonna
Mark.
go do the Michigan Coast to Coast.
Nice.
I'm considering signing up for that as well.
I'm debating riding my bike all the way there, because you can take a ferry across Lake Michigan. It basically takes you to the finish line.
Oh, wow.
I don't think I'm going to do that, but.
Oh, no. Oh, no, climb.
Yeah, dude.
I don't have anybody with me to pace it either.
I'm just letting them go. I can't be fucked anymore.
Yeah. Oh. Oh, I feel like absolute ass.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Oh, wait till you get to the top of this one. Oh, this is awful.
What being zone 2, zone 3 ride?
Oh, 15%. No.
I'm never gonna catch me.
Yeah, you will.
No. My training this week was like 2 45-minute rides.
So you're rested.
My legs are arrested.
Keep getting power drop hits.
Not good.
Oh. Oh.
Is that your pedals dropping out, Ollie?
Yeah.
Ah, see?
I'm good position. You're doing good, Oliver. You know, we're just sitting in. We just get to follow, take the pressure off of us. You know, your job up there, Oliver, is to do just enough, you know, pull when everyone has to go hard and then go easy all the other times. You know, so it looks like you're working, but only when other people have to work too. So like, the climb's a good time to go hard. Downhills, try to not pull. You know, eke out every savings you can while still contributing to the break.
Yeah.
When, you know, they're doing work anyways. At this point, this is your move. So, there isn't another move after this. This is your move.
see Dean and Lister, two little specks on the hill.
That's quite steep.
The flat part is 6%.
Another thing on this game, when it looks, I keep thinking we're slightly going uphill and it's 0%.
Yeah, they need to change the field of vision or something.
The exaggerated climbing in Zwift has you used to that.
Because I mean, in Makuri, it says it's 8%, it looks like 2.
No, I know.
But on this, the flat roads look like 2.
15% like this? What?
Yeah, but like Radio Tower looks like it should be 25%, and it's 12.
Yeah.
So somebody needs to explain that Beat gave toll to it comment from Twitter.
1 second. I will.
This is a good move, Oliver. Really think about making sure you have legs to win at the end.
Yeah,
How do you compare in overall to the two guys you're with
I'm behind them.
in the TT? By how much?
Decent amount. I kind of soft pedaled the TT a bit.
Okay.
You know what else I forgot to do? I forgot to adjust my weight down today again.
Yeah, all you can do is focus on having good legs for that
Yeah.
finish climb and try to blow them up.
And pedal
Or
backwards.
however you need to do it. Yeah, pedal backwards a bunch.
Now I have my power tap pedals paired, so it's not going to do anything.
Pedal backwards and get the advantage on your duel. Alright, so the
Forgets
beat
the duel. Sorry, he forgets the duel, has shitty pedals, forgets to do his weight, and lives on McDonald's, and he's got the fucking World Championships.
Yeah, cheater.
That's
Cheater
There's a guy.
championship. Okay, so the beat day tally thing to it is Matt Stevens was going on about some NFT scam that you got pulled into. So he did the stereotypical celebrity, semi-celebrity tweet. I got this NFT. Come to check out the project here. Which is basically, I don't know. I think it's a scam. I think they're all scams.
So is Toll have like something to say about it, or?
No,
Oh,
no, just Matt was joking that Foley would be like the type of person that we would kind of expect.
got it.
Although, after talking with him, I don't think he has the technical ability to get scammed.
He's that shitty, he can't even get scammed.
Yeah, he wouldn't even try.
If NFTs are a scam, all of art is a scam. So
No, boy, here we go.
Well, that's true, isn't it?
I mean, it's the zeitgeist, man. People pay for what they want to pay for. People believe in what they want to believe in.
This
Everybody's
is people.
getting duped about something based on desire.
I'm not gonna go on about it when Oliver's trying to win the race.
No, I don't disagree. It is a scam.
Dean's pulled it out back to half a K on me. I was like,
what are you
50 meters
doing? I
away.
thought you were almost here.
I was
I
like
was
50,
waiting on you.
50 meters away. Then I got all worked up about MPs.
Now you guys keep talking. It's a good distraction.
It's like your own personal podcast.
Oh fuck, dude, I am so about blown.
All right, Oliver, crush it, buddy.
Still only done 100 TSS.
What?
Shows you how much they tested it.
Yeah. I keep telling them
It works.
that they need to have a public test server. We'll see. They have some. I've been sworn to secrecy, but there's some cool stuff coming. Now,
New group sets.
yeah.
You know, when someone says, I can't say, but something cool is happening, that's an NFT. It's the worst.
Yep. NFT avatars and RGPs. You heard it here first.
No, saying that you're going to say something, but you can't say something,
Monetizing
is an
that.
NFT.
Oh, it's tight.
I see. It paints everyone in the event's name on the road.
Yeah. That's one of the old school features they had.
Because I just seen like camera one. How the fuck did that guy get a name on the road and I haven't?
I saw your name.
What?
Just gotta look.
I'd have been
Yeah.
blown away if I seen that and you guys hadn't told me. I'd be picturing
It's
some
there.
little guy in RGT HQ putting my name on the road custom.
They got the chalk bot out. Only 2 easy climbs left. Man, how did Lister get over a K ahead of He's,
I just let him go. I just doing zone 2 now.
yeah. I'm gonna get caught by Ballin, Mr. Ned, and then we're gonna crush it.
Looks like Samuel got dropped.
that means both of the on's gonna have to react. Roka going.
Now's my chance, Dean. Patch you at
Yeah, come on.
4.5.
You're doing good, Oliver. Not much more than 10 minutes left. Just do 500 watts.
Simple.
Always the answer here, guys. 500 watts, 10 minutes. Just do that. You'll win every race. And Thomas is willing to let it go away.
Eric Hill needs 40 seconds to take the overall GC lead.
Oh, good
I
call.
don't know. I mean, if Oliver gets the win and Eric takes the overall, that's not. I don't mind that.
That's
Can
good.
someone tell Eric to, like, message in chat, Eric, pull more, you can take GC? Something along those lines?
You got to get up that climb. There's no negotiating.
But on the flat.
Surprised the ABC isn't trying to pull it back.
Yeah.
They must be waiting on you guys.
Yeah. Wait for they might attack here. Roller or something. I don't know. Just get the guy out. They might not do anything. The way Usborn's racing, he probably just just hoping that he can smash the con. But you think they would lead him out.
He just knows he needs to bring the group back to within a reasonable gap too, right? Well, I guess, is Ben Thomas with you guys?
Yeah. He hasn't done a lick of anything, really.
Ollie, Eric wants to win. He's not worried about the GC.
I don't know, I messaged that and he stepped up the pace.
All right.
Yeah, you gotta race it.
Oh, yeah.
Hi, Mike.
Look at that cave.
Warren's working now to bring it back.
Yeah, not leaving much time though.
I'll try to settle in here with you.
I'm happy at this. I'm not doing any work.
Yeah, that's fine. I just want to hold off Ned. Just fuck him. So here's the big difference, Dean, is like right now, I don't know if either of us is getting draft. Or Zwift, that would be full draft.
definitely you've been going downhill here. It's like a
Yeah.
dull resistance all the time.
So like sitting behind you, it says saving 200 plus.
Like my trainer's giving me resistance right now, and it's minus 5.8%.
14%.
I still have the same resistance. It's not changed.
I wonder if there's a problem.
I'm starting to believe I can get 20th.
All right. It would be pretty awesome, Dave. You're riding great.
I just never stopped riding.
I'm on my third or fourth time stopping.
God damn it, why is Roka chasing?
Big dumb D. Turn on the stream. Looks like you guys are gonna have an interesting finish.
Blazovic keeps having dropouts. Poor guy.
You'll actually get more drafting if you let off a little bit and sit like right behind my wheel.
So I'm talking about, Mike, like, this is pan flat, but it feels like I'm riding uphill with the resistance. Maybe it's something wrong with, like, talking to I don't know.
Maybe?
I
don't
wonder
know.
here. Like, this feels like we're going uphill to me with the resistance.
Did you try shifting?
No. I mean, mine is not easy, but...
No, I push in the gear here, like, and I want a 53, 23. A 20% trainer difficulty, so I'm starting to think there's something wonky here.
Yeah, we're almost on the climb.
Alright, good luck, guys.
Yeah, go on, guys.
Who's here?
I'm drop.
Dan.
Oh, Dan.
Come on, Oliver. Come on.
Smash it.
I'm gonna make you join Luke's team if you don't win this.
All four of you.
And you'll have to speak French
Oh no.
the whole time.
Power drop. God damn it. Okay. Wow. That's my adventure done.
Oh, no.
Oh, nice work, guys.
Come on, guys. Looks like there's a stinger right before the finish. So,
There it is.
you can see it in the distance here. So, no, one of my earplugs died.
Oh shit.
Ah! I pulled out of the pedal. Damn it!
Oh no.
Fuck!
There it is, Dean. Dean Cunningham on the road.
This B on Saliv's guys, like, he's on the front so much, trying to pull us back.
God, I knew I needed to replace that cleat. Should've done it. Darn it.
It's all good, Kevin. Nice try. How'd we do?
Third. Jaeger
Oh,
7.
You guys
Didn't
were
make up any time.
5K ahead of me and Dean.
Samuel sat up and was giving me 19th.
Damn it.
What is it? Top 10 get points.
Done by time.
No time.
I attacked and went across, and Brickley bridged, and then Ben Thomas, and then the rest of the group, and it came all back together with like 500 meters to go. I sat on and jumped into the right position, and I pulled out with like 100 meters.
Pull-up game strong, Kevin.
Just couldn't get much of a gap on Brickley.
Alright, Dean, my whole goal is not to let Ned catch us.
Yeah, I think we'll be okay.
Kevin, I think you suffered a micro drop on your kicker V5 right there when you were sprinting at the finish.
No, I pulled out. I lost my cleat. Yep.
That'll
I had
be
a
like
loose
for-
right cleat. It looks good, but it's been kind of clicky a little bit, and I keep meaning to replace it, but I just forgot. It's my mistake. I mean, I was
You should do
right
the
there.
straps. Do the straps like Thrall.
Yeah. Get sprinter
Not a
straps.
terrible idea.
Just get some speed plays.
It's just a warning cleat.
Nice work, guys. Okay, Google, turn off the fan. Well, it was a good try. We made Oosborn work at least.
Yeah.
Once he lost all his teammates.
Did Google just switch off your fan?
Yeah.
Fuck me.
I have a pretty nice, so I have it so when I turn on the fan, it turns on the light in the room my trainer's in and then turns off all the other lights in the house. Because I live by myself.
Yeah, that wouldn't go well if you had kids.
Yeah.
Just imagine.
But I don't understand these guys. Like, Roka is pulling us back. Same with this B Gonzalez guy.
I did sketchy as hell.
They don't
Like, I
understand.
understand Oosborn's team pulling us back. That's sensical.
Oh. Alright, 19th. I'll take it. That was a lot of work.
Maybe they're hustlers, Oliver.
I don't
They
know.
want that first place prize money.
Yeah, but they end up in like 15th place.
Money can do odd things to people.
Yeah, these guys, man.
Where are you eating, Oliver?
Oh, sorry about that. I'm eating candy.
Oh,
off the bike straight into the gummies.
Haribo. That was the biggest Haribo commercial for cyclists ever when Sagan just slammed a bag of Haribo after winning. Was it? I think he was winning Roubaix.
Something like that. Yeah.
I'm fancy today. I have like the special scratch nutrition gummies because
Oh.
my set, like the club I'm in, we had like an end of year social and I won a raffle for them.
Oh, you guys, that was hard. I'm pretty happy with 19.